I rise today in support of SCR 8, a monumentous opportunity to honor the life and legacy of a man who fundamentally reshaped the moral and political landscape of this nation. Dr. Martin Luther King, armed with courage, conviction, faith, and an unwavering commitment to justice, stood at the forefront of the movement and challenged, and more importantly, he moved the needle of Americans' conscience. From the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, where he shared his dream, to the streets of Selma, where he marched with resilience, to sanitation workers in Memphis, Tennessee, where he taught the principles of economic equality. Dr. King's tireless pursuit of dismantling barriers paved the way with his life for Cesar Chavez, Harvey Milk, Dolores Huerta, and Gloria Steinem, just to name a few. Dr. King's imprisonments, work, and triumphs resulted in the monumental legislation, even though he was never elected, such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Fair Housing Act of 1968, all of which did not benefit one race or one gender, but benefiting all Americans. In 1968, 4 days after his assassination, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was introduced as a bill to make Dr. King's birthday a national holiday. In 1979, the bill was debated in Congress on the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's birth, but fell short by 5 votes. In 1981, musician Stevie Wonder released the song Happy Birthday to promote the holiday. And in 1982, the civil rights marches in Washington amplified the campaign. But it wasn't until 1983 that the bill passed the House and was signed into the law. But of course, as legislation works, it took an additional 17 years for the holiday to be recognized in all 50 states. Coretta Scott King wrote, "The meaning of the King holiday stated, the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday celebrates the life and the legacy of a man who brought hope and healing to America and to the world. We commemorate as well the timeless values he taught us through his example, the values of courage, truth, justice, compassion, dignity, humility, and service that so radiantly defined Dr. King's character and empowered his leadership. On this holiday, we commemorate the universal unconditional love, forgiveness, and nonviolence that empowered his revolutionary spirit." Now, those were the words of his wife, Coretta Scott. I know we may hear today and through the weekend many references to Dr. Martin Luther King, his speeches, stirring quotes, but one seems to stand out to me as one of the members standing with you. Dr. King said, "If you want to be important, wonderful. If you want to be recognized, wonderful. If you want to be great, wonderful. But recognize that he or she that is greatest among you shall be your servant." That is the new definition of greatness. By giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody, no matter one's age, race, gender, physical ability, income, or party affiliation, everyone can be great because everyone can serve in some way. In honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, let us be his definition. Let us be great.